What's up, YouTubers, one and all? Mine is Fate1987, and today we're taking a look at the most pain in the ass Decepticon ever for Pseudo Series. Constructicon number 56, actually no, 55, Scavenger. Leader class, this is the last one. And he is freaking hell to deal with. Alright, you want articulation? Alright then. Well, first he can roll, because he actually does have big rollers. He has all the way back like that. It can move forward. This can move all the way back like this. It can move down like so. That can move up and down. And this can move up and down like so. So it is very articulated for a vehicle mode, and I appreciate that. But that's mainly where the appreciation ends. Before we go on, we're going to do the final side comparison between the rest of the Constructicons before we form Devastator. So bring him in. Bring the two yellow ones in. Two yellow Voyagers per se. Bring Dump Truck and Mixmaster. I'm sorry, you can clearly tell I'm kind of out of the loop before this. And then finally bring in the two deluxe bitches. You can tell how much I hate Scrapmetal at this point. Like, the fact that it transforms so much. There's all 8 Constructicons, also high megs. And now, let's get down to transformation. Because, let's get it the fuck over with. Oh my god, this is gonna be one hell of a day. Actually, no, we're not done side comparison yet. We actually have a few new lesson class to dole out in terms of transformation. So, in terms of side comparison. So, we're actually not done yet. Let's first bring in, again, another leader class, Jetfire. I really want to get back on the leader class Blackout now that I think about it, because I'm thinking about collecting all leader class Studio Series for the movies, but at the same time, I'm going to be getting Masterpiece Blackout, so that's going to be definitely voided. And besides, I didn't like the Grindor mold in truth. Like, it just, I don't know. Yeah, that's how small they are compared to that. Let's bring in another vehicle that was fighting him inside of Revenge of the Fallen. Ironhide. And I think that's kind of accurate in truth. And then finally, we have, I mean, it's not exactly the same Optimus, but it's close enough for scaling. Now, of course, Voyager Deluxe scaling, we're going to bring in Bone Crusher again. I'm going to bring in Battle Trap. I'm going to bring in Bumblebee. And we're going to bring in Lockdown. Now that I think about it, I should also have Sideways here as well, because they're the only ones that actually made the scene work. But yeah, now that I think about it, I just want to get this thing transformed now on my fucking site. You know? So, now we are going to do transformation to combined form. It's a bit of a doozy, so let's begin. First up, what you want to do is that you want to split. I suggest you bring all of this up, and then you split down the entire middle. Once you do that, you're going to bring this up and bring this up, leave it like that. Bring all this and just flip it around like that. And then you're going to spin this 180. No, focus on me. Focus on me, not on the side, all right? Focus on me. So, spin this 180. And take all this, and you're just gonna clap it down until it's in place. You're going to, actually keep that up actually. You're going to then bring all of this around until this snaps into place right here. And then once you have this situated, you're going to bring this, and this is a hard snap, but snap this into here. Like so. Have it flat out, and you can fold this down. And fold this down like that. And there is one part done. Do the exact same thing on the other side mostly. So spin this 180. Bring all of this so it just collapses on there. Bring this around, tab it inside that clip. This is another hard clip. Also, I suggest you bring it out like that. You push it in, it's a wild snap and it's a hard snap. Alright, so we're done with that. And then also you're going to bring this around and clip it in like that. That is the first half done, or first third. Then you're going to split these. You're going to split these. You're going to bring these in. Snap into place. And this is by far the trickiest part. First, I suggest you fold in the treads. I suggest you do that first over everything. Fold in the treads. They just slide into these big divots. The exact same thing on this side. Slide in the tread. And then, this is where it gets really tricky. So first of all, fold these out. And then you're going to essentially bring this entire assembly Okay, alright, how are we doing this? Okay, first of all, bring the head up. Then we're going to bring this entire assembly up. That means bringing all this down and folding. Make sure you're turning the wheel only, and make sure you clear these bits. And you're basically going to turn it 180. Then I suggest now you can do this. You're going to fold these and fold this. And once you have that folded, you're going to make sure it's aligned. And this tab is going to line up into this slot right here. Like so. Make sure you have it folded. And then I suggest you connect these two halves before you think about clipping in this side. So there's 2/3 of it done. Now what I recommend is you go around here. You're going to make sure that you spin this. I'm going to make sure that you spin this now. I'm going to make sure that it faces like this, and I kind of messed up a little bit. Frick. Essentially, you need this wheel in front. So you're going to need to unplug. Spin this entire sector. Just unplug this. Sorry, my bad. Alright, just ignore instructions. Alright, just ignore the instructions. Alright, push. It's a little bit hard to do, alright? So push all that. Make sure it's like this. Make sure you basically have it like this for now. Then you can tab in these. Just basically repeat the process. Do not... I'm probably going to cut that out so you get that right. But at the same time, I don't do a whole lot of cutting out. So now you're going to tab these together. Like so. And make sure it's nice and squozen. And just put the head there. Make sure it's all squeezed nice and tight. Make sure the wheel is like this. Make sure that's tucked in there. And finally, for these bits, you're going to push them. God damn it, my phone almost fell. Finally, for these bits, this is a hard joint. I'm sorry. I do not like Scavenger. You're going to need to push these back. You're going to hold the wheel, and you're going to pull these back until they go all the way back. Like so. And then just rest them there. And there is the body, the top body of Devastator. Oh my fucking god. This is gonna be a long review. I'm gonna say it right now. This is a long review already. Yeah, and then compare it to Overload with around this height, I guess. Yeah, this is how far Devastator's standing so far. Without the legs. We're fucked. Alright, how to transform into robot mode. We are finally down to this fucker's robot mode. Here we go. First, we're going to lift these up and kind of essentially unplug, lift that up, unplug, lift that up, split these in the middle, bring them together, kind of. This is where we can finally lift up the head and make sure that this is facing the front. Like these two tabs right here are facing the front. You're then going to flatten out this, and there is essentially a lot of connections, and you're just going to smush them together, make sure his head is aligned well and proper, and you're just going to go around squeezing everything together. Then you're going to take these back bits. These are kind of hell to deal with. You're going to lift them over. Just enough so that these holes can clip right here. Did it easy on the first time in the camera. You absolute fuck of a Decepticon. So, straighten it all out. Then you're going to flip these 180. Flip this 180. Leave that in the same freaking place. You're going to then undo the arms, bring them down, turn them by this much, flay out the finger. Do the exact same thing on the other side. Bring it all the way down, turn it right here, flay out the finger. And, he still doesn't want to freaking... Oh my god. There's Scavenger in the robot mode. We did it. We finally did it. We got all 8 Constructicons in robot mode. And we finally reached it. So now we can finally compare all 8. We're going to turn to vehicle mode after comparisons and articulation. And then finally we could do Devastator. Holy shit, this is actually tiring me. This is actually tiring me. And I'm not sure whether to like or hate this thing anymore. I really don't. I want to like this, but then again, I just realized how bad reviewing is for people. I'm finally seeing the harshness of doing reviews as a freaking living. Okay. Alright. Let's get these size comparisons out of the way. Here we go. First up, we're gonna get our Legends class with or Legend scale with first core class RC. Clearly not accurate. When it comes to a human, not accurate. But when it comes to, say, Commander class, actually accurate. But, say, other things like Deluxe class Jolt. You can clearly see. We're gonna bring in Megatron. And he does not want to stand today. He wants to be a fucking prick. There you are. Let's bring in this would be the scale if for some reason we had this in Earthspark. This would actually be the scale, and I actually kind of like it. Let's see here. Let's also bring in Earthspark out of it because I like the scaling as well. We're gonna bring in Scourge. We're gonna bring in the Fallen, without the appendages because I have no time for that shit. There you are. We have Sideways. There you are. We have Grimlock. with Starscream. With Ironhide, yes, he's back for another review. Probably my last review with him before I ship him off. With Jet Power Optimus. And finally, last but not least, every single we gotta get your shoulder out of the way. Hey, Mom. There you are. Now you're seeing the face. Alright. Every single God fucking damn Constructicon. Ever. There's your old group photo, and there's the pyramids. We have all of them in the photo now. The family photo. Now let's take all of them off. And now it is time for articulation and transformation back to robot mode before we finally get to, you guessed it, combined form. And now we're here at the final stretch of this video, the articulation and retransformation. And I do not like it. So let's get on with it. He has 360 for the ball joint. His wheel can actually spin. I just kind of wish that they actually did the turning thing. I mean, this wheel doesn't spin at all. These arms are on 360. These are on 360, but they're hard to do. You got bend of this much, and then bend of that much. You got basically the exact same articulation, except with an added 360 swivel at the bicep. And then, of course, you got this rotation at the leg. And fingers. That's really it. That is literally it. So let's get back to transformation to vehicle mode. Close the fingers. And bring the arms like this all the way around. Bring them back. And for now, just close them back up like if you're going back to combined form. Alright? Do that first. So just bring this back. Bring all of it back. Straighten all of it out so you can just clip it together. fold these down 180, fold these down 180, and now this is where we're going to get to hell. First of all, now we're going to just unclip these, and we're going to come here, and we're going to split this. Then we're going to turn these 180 and keep these like this. Keep these like this as much as possible. Just turn these 180. You're going to now spin these to where it's like this. Fold these down and fold this down. Leave it like that for now. You're gonna take this. Don't you dare frickin' turn on me. I fucking hate this. You're gonna take the head section. You're going to push it up and around for this entire freaking beast. Also, you want to turn the wheel to where this tab is on top. And you're essentially going to push this into position like so. Now, this is what's going to happen. You're going to tab this, but you also have a second tab. You're going to split this, and in this tab, it's going to go into this slot right here. That's going to lock into place. The exact same thing here. You're going to attach and tab. Make sure it does not go past and actually in. Now you are basically at the home stretch. So now you're going to take these and you're going to push these all the way back. Like so. Make sure the head's like that. Make sure the treads are completely straight. And then you're going to take this. And you're going to, this is the scary part. I'm going to do it over the hand. No, you leave these like this. You leave these like this. You're going to, well, first of all, I suggest you rip this upwards, like so. Rip this upwards. And then you're going to rip, oh my god. I do not fucking like this thing at all. It's pinching me at every freaking turn. So, you're going to rip that open. Open that up and lift it all the way up and spin it 180 degrees. Like so. You leave that up. And you're going to just connect every single port together to just lock it in place. Exact same thing on the side. You're going to rip this away. Bring this up. Open it up. Turn 180. Excuse me. and push flush here. Make sure these are straight once again. These have to be straight in order for it all to lock into place. Otherwise, it will not work. Once you have that done, you can finally flip this, and you can take this, push that down, and push that down, and it's just simply going to sit there. Last, what you need to do is that you need to tap the arm together, and this is kind of a little bit of an ass to do. You essentially need the same exact orientation for both arms in order to get this to work. So, I start from the bottom. Clip that together, clip the bottom together. So now you have half of it done. Now this is a little bit more trickier. And I get this aligned. And then you also got to get this top shovel aligned. And it's kind of hard to do, especially on camera. But once you have it all done, bring it down. Straighten out the treads one last time to make sure everything is situated. And there you have Scavenger in his robot mode, and the end of the review. We only now have Devastator left, guys. We only now have left Devastator. I don't know what to say anymore. We are actually at the end. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and as always, till all are one.